Monster Mash!
A Nightmare on Elm Street. One of the most influential horror films of all time. The movie stars Robert Englund as the one and only Freddy Krueger. You got Johnny Depp in there. This was actually his first film that he was in, and I guarantee that none of the other actors and actresses in the film knew that Johnny Depp was basically going to blow up. You know, Johnny Depp plays Glenn in the film, and then you got Heather Langenkamp as the main woman protagonist of the film. Is not like your standard chick in a horror film where she's screaming and running around and falling down everywhere. She actually stands up to Freddy Krueger, so she's pretty badass in my book. Okay, so basically the movie is about this guy that used to be a janitor a long time ago named Fred Krueger. The janitor at a school, you know, and it turns out that he ended up murdering a bunch of kids. Like, he would take them back to his boiler room, quote unquote, and murder the kids there. The parents found out what he did and who he was, you know, and they all went to the boiler room in this giant, like, lynch mob. He burnt the boiler room down, ultimately killing Freddy on the inside. You know, he burnt alive in there. So, with that being said, all the parents of these kids killed Freddy Krueger, you know, so his spirit comes back to haunt them in their dreams. So it's 10 years later, basically, or something like that, and he's coming after them in their dreams and taking them out one by one, ultimately exacting his demonic revenge upon all the parents that killed him that night. There's this one girl named Tina, and essentially Freddy Krueger's got his claws in her, you know, and he's like dragging her all around the room and all over the ceiling. And her boyfriend sees it, and whenever the girl falls from the ceiling, her blood just splatters her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, not knowing what to do, you know what I'm saying, he gets out of there, and the cops find him and take him to jail. You know, they think that he's the murderer and that he did it, but he's completely innocent, you know, when it was this fucking crazy guy in red and green sweater, you know what I'm saying, in her nightmare that actually killed her. All the parents think that the kids are insane. Nancy's mom tells her that about what they did, you know, how they murdered Fred Krueger whenever they were kids, you know, after they found out that he was like killing kids and shit, you know, and like torturing children, you know, at the boiler room. And she gets pretty pissed off, you know, because she was like, the mother was trying to say that she was crazy or she just needed to get some sleep and all this stuff, you know. So Nancy gets pretty irate and she takes out on her mom, you know, like, how dare you call me crazy when you knew about this guy and all this shit, you know, basically. So she lets her have it. Glenn, the guy played by Johnny Depp's character, basically gets like sucked into a bed. It's like a blood geyser just shooting, like a volcano, just shooting gallons upon gallons of blood all over the ceiling, you know, and really awesome, epic death scene, I must say. And the boyfriend of Tina, he basically gets hung in a jail cell by Freddy Krueger. Like, Freddy Krueger wraps sheets around his neck in the form of a noose, basically, out the window, you know, and like pulls it up and like pretty much just breaks the guy's neck by, like, with the rope, you know. It was really gnarly. Towards the end, Nancy's tired of Freddy's shit, you know, and she figures out that the only way that she's gonna defeat this guy is by bringing him out of her dream, you know, because in the, like, some part of the movie, she realized that she can take stuff out of her dreams, and she's basically thinking, you know, essentially like, maybe if I pull Freddy Krueger out the dream, I can finish this once and for all. So that's exactly what she does. It has a lot of really cool special effects in it, like the part whenever Freddy Krueger chops his fingers off, the part whenever his arms grow really long across like across the alleyway. His arms are like growing super long. There's this one really cool scene where they run into the mother's room, and the mom's like a skeleton, and she like goes into the bed. It's really cool. But anyways, basically she defeats Freddy Krueger, and he's all gone. Everything's awesome, you know. And her mom's like somehow alive again, you know, and it's the end of the movie. And her friends pull up in the car, you know, she jumps in the car, pans back to the mom, and she's like standing there, and all of a sudden his arm like comes out and grabs her and pulls her through the window and the door, you know. It was really insane. Really good movie. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. Awesome concept, you know, how he's killing the kids in their dreams, and like just got that really creepy feel to it. You know, the dream sequences are just as creepy, you know. So if you're into horror flicks, definitely recommend you check this out, because this film will definitely give you nightmares. And if you're into being scared, check out A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll see you guys next time. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
It belongs